I'm going to show you how to use my new preset pack. This is the Ethereal Moments preset pack, which is a light and airy preset pack that I created. I have a few more still coming, but I do want to show you the first one that is now available. So it's quite easy to do. It does work the best with raw photos, but you can use it on JPEG photos already. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this photo completely to what it is on import. Okay. Now I'm going to set my exposure, which, let's see. And we're going to set our warmness a little bit. I like my photos a tiny bit warmer, especially for this light and airy look. So we're going to go a tiny bit warmer. And then we are going to apply the preset. So there are 5 presets in this pack, and they are catered different looks for the preset. And you can hover over them to see what they do to the photo. And this one, Delicate Whispers, is one of my favorites of the pack, as well as I think it's the Golden Hour Glow. But for this one, we're going to do the Delicate Whispers preset pack. And you can see up here that I enabled these sliders so you can adjust the intensity of the preset on it and adjust it to your liking. So let's see. Probably. I think I don't mind it at 100%, but I think I'm going to take it back a little bit. Maybe about, let's see. Let's do 70%. And now I'm going to adjust my white balance again, just to make sure I can get it the color that I want it. Okay, so I'm looking right now a lot at the background and like the whites and what's going on there. I'm going to take the highlights down just a tiny bit on her. I'm also going to, I think I'm going to bring up the blacks. Yeah, I'm going to bring up the blacks somewhat. And now I'm going to come down to my HSL. I'm going to select the hue. I'm going to go to my orange, and I'm going to adjust her skin tone a tiny bit until I think that it looks good. So I'm really paying attention to the skin tone down here, mostly, because this skin tone on the face is a little bit more saturated because of the foundation. So I am going to go into my masking tool over here. You can see that this preset specifically does come with some auto masks already for you of the background and the subject. I'm going to just do a linear gradient, and I'm going to put it on her face here. I'm going to up the feather a bit, and I'm going to raise the shadows of her face, as well as add a tiny bit of blue into her face area so it balances a tiny bit better. And I might adjust the saturation, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to adjust the saturation as well. Probably about a -5 looks good to me. And that's it. You're done with the photo. You can do more if you would like. And at this point in my process, I would open it into Photoshop and just finish it, do all the skin retouching there because I like using Photoshop for skin retouching and all the removal of the stray hairs and the things like that. And I'll make these little tiny things. I would go into Photoshop and I would clean all that up. So let's grab another one. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to grab the one here, and then I'm going to grab all these photos, and then I'm going to sync the settings, check all. The white balance is a little bit different here, but let's actually keep the white, not the white balance. The exposure is a little different there, so let's uncheck the exposure. And then we'll sync them, and then see how they look. And yes, as you can see, we need to adjust our exposure. So let's go over into the exposure and take it down a bit. And that looks actually pretty good to me. The only thing is I might adjust the skin tones a tiny bit more. We were in a very tree-like area, so our green was coming in different hues and different varieties a lot, because this was also taken in the fall. Not the fall, the spring. So that one's done as well. And you can kind of see like the before and after here. And then let's see, I'll do one more for you. Let's see. My library. We're gonna go into this shoot that I did. And on the light, on the second, I shot this already on a warm color balance because I knew I was going to want it warm in post, and I tend to shoot on a warmer color balance to just add that kind of that nice feeling to it already. So again, we're going to set our exposure. That looks pretty good. You really want to pay attention to your highlights here when you're setting your exposure, as well as your skin tones. That looks pretty good. And then we're going to go over here in the Develop tab. We're going to scroll through and see which one we like the best. Let's see. I'm trying to decide if I like the Golden Hour Glow or the Soft Breeze one. I think I like the Soft Breeze one. And honestly, that looks really good as is. I don't think we need any adjusting on her or any other adjusting in the photo. The only thing I might do is I might kick up some of the whites here. It's just she pops out a little bit more. But besides that, looks pretty good. It looks like it's ready to go into Photoshop. And yeah, that's how easy these presets are to use. You can find them right now. It is available on my Etsy. You can find them right now. They are available on my Etsy shop as well as my Gumroad. You can also find the link to where to purchase them on my website, which is www.britfox.com.